$10,000 gold. You may not want to hear about that right now with what we've been through over the last few days. This has been a historic period for gold and silver. But along with that historic movements that we've had, new record highs in gold, new record highs in silver. The other side of that coin is volatility, and we've experienced some historic volatility in the gold price as well. In this video, we're going to talk about what happened, but also why we can remain very optimistic about the future of the gold price and the silver price. Before we do that, thank you for joining me. I'm out of the basement. I'm actually in Paris, France right now, so it's evening time, morning time for you, but wherever you are, you can always join together with your fellow basement dwellers here at the virtual basement. So please subscribe to the channel. That will help a great deal. Let's talk about what happened recently with silver. We're going to first go out to a tweet that came out just the other day, and darn it, my screen screwed up, so bear with me here, guys. Rashad put this out the other morning. Silver perhaps is performing the most important price action of the year. Okay, he's talking about it touching back to that $50 level, which, as you know, we dropped back through. But guys, we got to remember. Let's go look at an update of the silver price right now. We still, and this is the futures market, have $47.70 silver price. However, let's go out and look at the spot price and get an update there as well. This is the spot price of silver, which is $48.24. Wow, that's still a whole $1.24 more, right, than the futures price, and the futures price is supposed to be higher. So we are still in a state of backwardation where the spot price of silver, as you can see on your screen, right there in the black line, black colored area, whatever, world spot price, $48.24. But if we go and look at the futures price, we're at $47.70, so still 50 cents. Very unusual. Look, we got to remember one thing, okay, and that is anything that goes into a bull market will also have corrections along the way. We got a lot more to talk about. We are going to talk about one of the most respected analysts in the world talking about $10,000 gold and talking about that possibility a lot sooner than many of us could realize. But let's look at some other data, what they did on Tuesday with the silver price. Peter Spina from GoldSeek put this out. What happened in London? So this whole thing started right when the LBMA opened on Tuesday, I guess, early in the middle of the night for us. You can see here on this chart the white line, which was the October 21st silver price, just absolutely got smashed. This is all, they are scrambling right now, guys. The people that are running the paper markets. Oh, shoot, did I forget to share that? Which I did. There's that tweet I was just talking about. The people running, and I can't even see for some reason here. Hold on. My screen got all screwed up. I wonder if I can go up. Hold on here. All right. Oh, well, I'm going to struggle all the way through this. Right now you're looking at the tweet, and that's the middle of the night. There are all kinds of dislocations right now. Weirdness in the silver market in particular, imbalances between the LBMA and the COMEX, issues with some of the ETFs, issues, and it's hard to know what is real and what is maybe some exaggeration going on. And we're going to look at some of the other examples of gold and silver, real examples of shortages, people waiting in lines here in a minute, but it's absolutely happening. We got something next from the hero. This is great. I thought John Little over at the Silver Academy summed it up very well with this one. And let's make sure, which again, here we go. Now you can see it. London's desks are in full-blown panic, hammering paper silver in a desperate attempt to flush longs out of the market. The selling isn't strength, it's fear wrapped in leverage. There's no real metal behind those positions. Remember that, right? They're trading just unbelievable amounts of paper, make-believe, fantasy island, deplane, silver. Just contracts stacked on vapor, not backed by anything. The physical cupboards are bare, and the bulls know it. Every dip invites real buyers who understand the scam can't survive contact with delivery date. Fraudulent bears are outnumbered, cornered by the very metals they've mocked. When the smoke clears and the paper burns, silver's truth will surface above $54 because you can't short what doesn't exist in reality. Let's go look at the silver chart real quick as well, guys. I want to go back to this, make sure I got you on the right screen, which we do. This is CNBC. This is a 1-year chart of silver. I mean, look at what we had over the last year. I know we're all crying in our Wheaties right now. However, let's keep in mind that just back in April of this year, just 6 short months ago, half a year ago, we were at $30 silver, and we're still here sitting at darn near $48 silver. And well, we are in the spot market because we're in backwardation. Things are not that bad. And anytime you have a big move up, you're gonna have pullbacks. I want to show you another chart here in 1 second. There's the 5-year chart. Look, we talked about this many times here in the basement, that anytime you get a spike up, you often get a spike down. Now, I want to draw your attention to something. It was a lot of fun, but if you stick here at that 40 mark, that does look like quite a spike. So to pull back, look, I don't want to be negative, but even if we pull back to $44, $43 per ounce silver, we're going to build a base, and from there we can build much, much further into the future. Let's take a look. This is fascinating. This puts things into perspective for us as well. Let's get you on the right screen, and this is from Metals and Miners. They put out a great post that said premium. It's a Substack you can subscribe to. The 630% bull market that scared away most investors, when mental preparation is paramount to handle gut-wrenching volatility. And does it feel like gut-wrenching volatility to you? It does to me over the last few days. But when we look at this chart, this is during gold's 630% bull market in the 2000s. There were numerous corrections along the way. And if we look at this chart, right, starting back over here around the year 2000, gold obviously went up 630%. But as you can see, all these red numbers point to and tell us, right, here was even a 34% pullback, that there were pullbacks along the way. It's going to happen. I know, look, I'm not a financial advisor. Don't make any financial decisions based on anything that I'm saying. But remember, right, don't let your emotions get the best of you if you believe that something is going to continue to do well in the long run. I absolutely believe. That's just I'm not the financial advisor, but that's my belief that silver and gold are going to continue on. And we're going to listen to somebody who's telling us about $10,000 gold in just 1 second. But right now, I want to say thank you to our channel sponsor, First Mint, okay, for sponsoring Ron's Basement. First Mint is a silver mint in Las Vegas, Nevada, owned by First Majestic Silver, Keith Neumeyer's big silver mining company. They get the silver out of the ground in Mexico, ship it to Nevada, transform it and mint it into these world-class silver bullion products, and then they come straight to you. Firstmint.com. Oh, and there is a discount code. VIP RB, very important person, Ron's Basement, because you're a very important person when you join me down here in the basement. Don't forget to subscribe. Let's move on, and I want to pull up my notes here. Hold on 1 second. Okay. All right. So we're getting all these reports. Let's just take a look at what's happening still around the world right now with silver and gold. We'll run through these, but they are evidence to us that there's a lot going on. This one came out from Rob Keats, super respected person in the metals sector. Earlier in the week, incoming American silver eagle shortages. There are less than 300 American eagles available at the 3 major wholesalers in Dallas. Premium spiking to $12 right now on APMEX, and it's about to get much, much worse. Now, that was from a few days ago, October 20th, 2 days ago, but still that shows the stress that's in the market. Then we had this from Alex Jones. Look, not a political channel. I'm not saying anything political, but he had this guest on talking about just the craziness in the silver market right now. Let's just listen for 1 second.
London ran out of silver. Right, we talked about how the chief commodities analyst at TD Securities said London was going to run out in 4 months. It didn't. It has run out now.
And I said that a month ago. I said I bet that creates a run. It runs out even quicker.
Oh, it did. And so here's where the political dynamics are going to. So London ran out, and you've got all these people with short positions, Bank of America, JP Morgan Chase, whatever. They have 770 million ounces of silver in short position, where there's only 500 million ounces produced in a given year. What does that mean for the banks? They are going to be squeezed. When you run out of a short position, you exit it, you have to buy the metal.
Yeah. So it's it's everywhere right now. Like I said, big dislocations, big variety of news stories coming out about the silver and gold shortage. What about Norway? Uh-oh. This was a post that is no longer available, but there was a post about Norway having some shortages as well. This was in Sydney, another update from Sydney. People in Australia apparently are really going crazy. Look at these people lined up to buy precious metals in Sydney, Australia. And then we have this from Hong Kong, from William Middlecoop. Again, another big respected name in the precious metal sector. He says, Hong Kong gold rush. This is getting serious. Yeah, I'd say serious. It definitely looks serious. Let's talk about $10,000 gold and a guy named Ed Yardeni and see why he's saying that is very likely and a lot sooner than most of us are anticipating. Before I would do that, I do want to say thank you to the other sponsor of the gold and silver content, First Mining Gold. They're a development stage company with 2 multi-million ounce huge projects in Canada, Springpole in Ontario, Duparquet in Quebec. You can learn more about them at firstmininggold.com. Next, let's go out and see what our friend, we love this guy now, Ed Yardeni, is saying, and I'm going to share the right screen. Okay. $10,000 gold by 2028. Economist Ed Yardeni, who's the Roaring Twenties architect, next big call. So this is not like a silver bug. It's not some guy in his basement in St. Louis or a hotel room in Paris saying this. It's Ed Yardeni. Famed economist Ed Yardeni is calling for 10,000 gold by 2028, the end of Trump's presidential term. And he has this chart, right? Are we still in that range? Yes, we definitely still are, right? We, at this point, would have to get down below $4,000. He's saying there's a channel that exists, okay? But then what he talks about as well isn't just another price prediction. It's a methodical analysis from the architect of the Roaring 2020s thesis, who's been spot on while others called for recessions or market crashes. Supporting evidence comes from another chart that he has as well. Essentially, though, guys, and I was having this discussion with some high-level people today, we're in a situation right now, not a political statement, but Trump's policies and what Trump's going to have to do with the U.S. dollar. Look, there is no other way around the fact that the U.S. dollar needs to be devalued for us to be able to pay off our national debt. Did we get to 38 trillion yet? Let's go take a look. What the heck? Let's go see what the U.S. debt clock is telling us we're sitting at right Hopefully you can see me. Somebody give me a 5x5. All right. Anybody here? Oh, I'm having some tech issues. Ron's in France. Hold on here, guys. We have a problem. Somebody give me a 5x5 if you can see me and hear me right now. Okay, yes, I'm back. I deleted my tab where I had my StreamYard. We're going to go back out and look now at the U.S. debt clock, and let's do it. Okay, all right. Hold on here. We're going to go up the screen. I'm here. Okay. Escape. Let's go see what the U.S. national debt looks like right now. Sorry about that, guys. I deleted you for a second, but we're back. We're back. All right, the U.S. debt clock, and whoa, we're almost there. 37 trillion, 968 billion. Not quite there yet, but that's why. Look, there's no other. We are in right now what can only be described as an everything bubble. And the reason we call it an everything bubble is because we're in a dollar bubble, okay? So everything is overpriced, quote unquote. Not precious metals, in my opinion, right? They're the catch-all that's always has value, but stocks, real estate, everything is likely overvalued right now is based on U.S. dollars. The only way they can continue that trillions and trillions of dollars of increase in debt to pay, quote unquote, the bills is to do it with dollars that are lower in real value. This has happened hundreds of times over the course of history. Every paper currency that's gotten itself to a point where the U.S. dollar is, unfortunately, we don't like it. That's what happens. So be prepared. And I think that's why someone like Ed Yardeni, who's a well-respected, super smart economist, is saying that we can expect $10,000 gold by 2028. $10,000 gold. Where do you see silver at that point? Definitely over $100 per ounce. So no matter how we look at it, what's going on right now in the silver market, all these dislocations, everything that's happening with the COMEX and the LBMA, everything that's happening on the street with retail investors, I think points toward the fact that we aren't ever going back to a silver price that starts with the number 3 until we are at $300 per ounce. I can't fathom silver. I'll raise my hand. I'll buy silver at $44 per ounce if we get there. I'm not predicting we will, and I hope I'm right. Okay, remember, I don't have a crystal ball. Make sure you do your own due diligence. I really appreciate you guys understanding that I'm out of the normal studio right now and joining me here from this remote location. You are the most important part of this channel. Please don't forget to subscribe, okay? Take care of yourself, and I will see you, yes, you, next time. Take care.